I would be biased towards female entrepreneurs in this report. Don't be offended. After all, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris, during her visit here last week, campaigned for women entrepreneurs.
Women are entrepreneurs, yet have limited access to capital and markets. And there are many factors that impact a woman's ability to survive and thrive. One of those is economic empowerment. And when we lift up the economic status of a woman, let's be clear, we lift up the economic status of her children, her family, her community, the entire economy benefits.
So now, meet my case study for female graduate startup owners.
So my name is Akusia Sichajukum. I'm a chemical engineer by training. I went to Holy Child, did general science. Then I moved to KNUST to do chemical engineering.
Akusia is one of 90% of Ghanaian graduates who struggle to get employment after national service, as shown by research.
I had the opportunity to work, to do my national service at Ghana National Petroleum Corporation. So I was trained as a petroleum engineer. I had the opportunity to work offshore, the FPSOs for a while, and then I branched into shoemaking. I tried to get a job, but actually searching for a job in this country is a full-time job. I gave up after a while and then just decided to concentrate on learning the skill, the shoemaking skill.
I met her while she worked on some products for her clients. If I hadn't seen her make them, I would have thought these were made in footwear destinations in the West that many Ghanaians boast of owning. Akusia should be proud of herself, but she tells me sometimes she regrets taking this path given that the system here in Ghana is crushing.
The system will stifle you. The system is set up it's to make you fail. So if you, in Twi, we have a word called reinforcement. So if you are not determined that I'm not going to fail, or even though we fail every day, I'm not going to back out or end it or close down my business, as has happened to a lot of businesses in the past year, you close your shop one day and never come back.
What exactly in the system is crushing businesses? The founder of footwear fashion brand Nuisa Shoes tells me more.
Prices of goods go up every day. So let's take last year, for instance. If I go to town to buy a gallon of glue, let's say for 200 cedis in the morning, by afternoon, by the time I go back, the price has probably changed. Or the next morning. So it's so unpredictable. The system is so unpredictable. I can't price this shoe for 400 cedis on Monday, and someone will ask me for the price on Friday, and I'm telling it's 450. What has changed? I need to explain to the customer, okay, the local shoes are too expensive. Let me go for the foreign shoes. Maybe those are probably second-hand shoes, but the price is lower. So it affects me. Those who can come and buy the local shoes will rather opt for the foreign shoes because, well, they have what we call economies of scale. They are producing in huge quantities. It's mechanized. This is handmade. And for a shoe I'll sell for 350 cedis here in Ghana, the same shoe will probably be selling for 350 USD online. So I'm affected. It really worries us. So the economies of scale, production is high, electricity is high, cost of materials is high. Charlie? The system is something else, honestly.
Recent power outages have compounded Akusia's woes. Her pace of work is now determined by the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. Globally, the footwear industry is worth $15.3 billion. It is projected to be worth $19.86 billion by 2028. With Africa's growing population, this is an area to tap into. But Akusia decries the lack of support for startups like Nuisa Shoes.
Banks are not set up to support startups. Banks are set up to support existing businesses. They have to see evidence that you have made it. Oh, okay. Oh, you have a radio station here, then they're ready to give you a credit. Not somebody whose name is not known. And then I walk to a bank and I want you to give me 50K. What are you using it for? Oh, I want to use it for brand awareness. I want to use it for marketing. How do you intend to pay? Because, you don't know me. There are shoemaking brands that have been there longer than I am. So I'm a startup. I'm now trying to brand myself. I'm now trying to position myself. So if I'm doing brand awareness, if the money goes into brand awareness, it's not going to come probably within the next 1 year. It will take a while for me to establish myself, set my feet, and then the returns come. Which bank is ready to give you that? How are you going to pay that money? It's tough.
So has the government helped entrepreneurs like you?
No.
Because we heard of some Ghana Cares or Batampa project, there's some youth starts, there are so many government initiatives going on.
I am not a beneficiary of any of them. I'm not. During the COVID time, they asked us to apply for NBSSI. I haven't heard a word. I didn't get even a text message, so I don't know. Maybe others have benefited. I haven't.
U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris was right. Female entrepreneurs need all the funds they can get.
The United States of America will work alongside our partners each and every day to close gender gaps here and around the world. And ultimately, our belief is that the empowerment of women is rooted in the concept of freedom, not just freedom from violence or want, but freedom to create one's own future, a freedom we desire for all people.
Hopefully, the fine speeches will translate into sustainable support sooner than later. This is because not only is the crushing system frustrating young entrepreneurs, many of them have their families pushing them to Japa, that is, to relocate entirely from Ghana to pursue their dreams where the grass looks greener. And that is the current dilemma of Akosua.